What is not worth it? I was 13 when I was diagnosed with leukemia. I was in and out of hospitals for months, and my parents were constantly by my side. I was too young to understand the financial burden my illness was putting on my family. My parents were both working low-paying jobs, and they were struggling to make ends meet. They had to take out loans to pay for my medical bills, and they were constantly worried about how they were going to pay them back. I remember one night, I overheard my parents talking about how they were going to have to sell our house. I was devastated. I didn't want my family to lose our home because of me. I started to feel guilty for being sick. I didn't want to be a burden to my parents. I started to refuse treatment, even though I knew it was the only thing keeping me alive. My parents were heartbroken. They begged me to keep fighting, but I couldn't. I didn't want to see them suffer anymore. I was ready to give up. Then, one day, I met a girl in the hospital. She was also battling cancer, and she was the most positive person I had ever met. She told me that she was going to beat cancer, and that I could too. She gave me hope. I started to fight again, and after a long battle, I finally went into remission. My parents were so happy, and I was too. But then, I found out that my parents had lost our house. They had to move into a small apartment, and they were still struggling to pay off my medical bills. I felt so guilty. I knew that my parents had sacrificed everything for me, and I didn't know how I was ever going to repay them.